misunderstood. I just want to make myself clear. Do you feel me? Misunderstood. I just want to make myself. Do you feel me? Or do you feel me? I don't want to be misunderstood. I just want to make myself clear. Welcome to the huddle. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. If you are that one, then you already know that you are enough. Enough to get it all right when everything's going all wrong. Because you realize that we all we got. We all we need. And I need your attention. Misunderstood. I just want to make myself clear. I want to make myself clear. I want to make myself clear to be understood in knowing that your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay. So if you're paying me some right now or on the replay, I want to make myself clear. I appreciate you. I need you. Welcome to the huddle. I want to give a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. Say what I'm wearing today. She say you wear that gray because it represents neutral. You wear that white because it represents purity. Make yourself clear to be understood. Give us some love. Give us some love. Want to give a shout out to my home girl, the greatest co-host in the whole world. She say once she be seen, she like to always be saw. So I let her get her camera shine. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Boy, she look good when she's saying it too. I ain't ashamed of her. I ain't ashamed of her. She said I held her back for too long. Now it's time for her to let her get her shine. Alexa, one time.
Good God Almighty, Trab P, you blanking.
Can you see how she smiled and why she say that? See, one thing she know is I'm a master of this here hero training. And I'm finna kick this here judo in my dojo. Alexa, who is the master? See how that work? You see how that work? See, you gotta get a little bit of shine and she get a little ego. She like, nah, I might be the master now. She off camera laughing. Alexa, 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 who is the master?
The Honorable Trab P.
See how it worked? You see how it worked? I showed it to you. It wasn't no trick to it. You should have saw how she was grinning, but you saw her if you seen her. But she always come through. Let's go. Tonight's word is perspective. Powerful word. Vague definition. From whose perspective do you see things? Is it yours or is it someone else's? Do you even understand your perspective on things? Alexa, what is the adjective meaning of perspective?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, perspective means a particular attitude towards or way of regarding something or someone's point of view.
A way of attitude or regarding something or someone's point of view. From which point of view do you see life? powerful word. I've been chewing on it. I've been training in the green room. Shout out to my brother Kamari. Boy, we chewed heavy on this hill. Got a lesson within a lesson in preparation of the lesson. But this word came to me by way of a good brother named Jerome. Yesterday I asked Jerome, I say, Jerome, give me a word. He said, I don't have one right now, but I'll hit you later. And he texted me. And he said perspective. And I said, this is a vague word. So I called him, I said, man, give me some context. I'm liking the word. And then I looked through all the words that I've done 134 weeks straight, and I hadn't done perspective. So he said, nah, man, we had a conversation the other day, and I've been chewing on it. He finna teach me with my own judo. See how that work? Great givers make great getters. Sometimes you can have something that you've built, but we all we got, we all we need. And it could be a friend. It could be another that takes something that you've built and refined it and do it, give it to another level and give it back to you for you to truly see the value in what you have done or said. So this is the situation. He's giving me a word based off something I said to him. So we was in a situation where I say, Jerome, it's all about perspective. I said, we can look at one man doing something. And from everybody's point of view, they trust and believe in him. So everything he's doing from the perspective of some is, look at that young master go. Man, he in there fixing and turning and taking chances and taking moves and risks to get this product right. Go, master, go. And another man can come right behind him doing the very same thing on the very same level. But he saw in a perspective from a point of view where they don't believe in him. So when they see him doing the very same thing that the other person is doing, they say, look at him over there finna fuck something up. He don't know what he doing. But if you understand perspective and you see things for what they truly are from a sincere, genuine point of view, your attitude, in particular way you see things, will be fair. See how they work? So he made me examine an example that I gave him to examine my perspective. What is my point of view? Alexa, what is the meaning of point of view?
A point of view is simply the perspective from which something is viewed, whether it's a story, an observation, or any other type of assessment.
Oh my God. We always say when something happens and no one wants to take accountability, or no one wants to give accountability or hold someone accountable, we say, no, I just can't say I agree with you. I just can't say you right, because there's two sides to every story. So I don't want to get into who's right and who's wrong, because there's two sides to every story. There's a particular perspective on every spectrum. One man God is another man devil. Two little boys tonight, two teenagers tonight at the football game. One gets the ball with intentions of scoring a touchdown. The other one sees him get the ball with the intentions of scoring a touchdown. The other one has him within his perspective as seeing someone who's about to get fucked up by all my might and means to stop him. Two perspectives. Same scenario, same reality. There's two sides to every story. Your story is told from your perspective, your point of view. Your point of view. At this point of your maturity, at this point of your development, at this point of your sincerity, at this point will determine the attitude, how you perceive things. So your perspective is a reflection of the point of your understanding of how you see this shit. So what's your perspective? What's your point of view? See, I'm 45. I'm 45. Been in this game a long time. Independent, fighting a good fight as a grown man. I'm at the point where I got to figure out a way to use my mind more than I use my body. When I was young, my body carried me in ways to compensate how I wasn't using the potential of my mind. But now I'm at a point in life. My daddy liked to say, son, you ain't young no more. Son, you ain't young no more. And it makes me realize and evaluate the point of my life to change my view or understand my view. So now my perspective becomes a reflection of the point in my life. That's how I view things. So if a man at any point in life has never had the reality and the point where someone other than himself solely depend on him, every day, every down, every play, every choice, every decision affects someone that depends on you. You ain't never got to that point in life. There's two sides to every story. But the perspective of mine gonna be very goddamn different. See how that work? You see how that work? I had a real life scenario. Real life shit, I ain't talking make believe. My daughter and them started this school year. I got to talk about it because I'm in the spirit. It's a real life perspective. She said, Daddy, we got a transgender at the school. I said, what you mean? We hear words, we hear scenarios, but everybody real until shit get real. I'm talking real life, I ain't talking make believe. I say, yeah, I say, what's that? She say, it's a boy, but he dressed like a girl. He carry himself like a girl. It's like almost like he a girl, but he really a boy. She said, I ain't never saw this in real life. I said, yeah. She just made me aware of it, telling me she was excited about the first week of school. So she called her mama the other day. She say, Mama, we was in the bathroom and the boy came in the stall. And she was like, Mama, we felt uncomfortable, so he was just standing in there. So we left out. And my wife came to me and said, Trav, my antennas rose up. See, this heroism, my guy. I started seeing things through the perspective of a hero. Started to see the perspective of a hero arose in me. I say, what? So she called the principal. We need to talk. I go pick her up from cheerleading practice. I see the behavior coach. He's something like a principal. I said, hey, brother, let me talk to you. I told him about the situation. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. He said, yeah, man. Man, I knew this was going to happen, man. Man, hey, man, I don't blame you, man. If it was my daughter, I feel a certain type of way, man. I feel you, man. He said, man, you need to come up here, man. I'm going to call the principal. I'm going to call the principal right now when I get in my truck, man. But follow up on this, man. So we get home and the principal called. Talking to the principal. Well, my wife talking to her, but she let the principal know this me and my husband. So we're both listening, and she goes into, yeah, we are aware, you know, this is a very tricky subject. You know, times have changed. She said there's policies in place. So she's just talking and saying, you know, the incident is no more, no less. My daughter and other young ladies was in the bathroom, and they felt uncomfortable. And I'm responding as a parent. I know we done heard this issue on TV. I know we done saw this issue on the internet, but I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. So she said, yeah, I can't really talk about it. There's HIPAA laws in place. I say, listen, I understand that. So I'm listening to the principal talk, and she said, what we maybe can do, we maybe can set mediation between the child family and you. And I stopped. I say, ho! I hadn't said any word. I just been listening. It's time for the perspective of a hero. Your point of view, a certain attitude and particular way that you view things. I say, listen, ma'am. I'm not calling to make this specifically about a child and being right or wrong, or even making it about my daughter. I'm calling that my daughter was a part of a situation where her and 3 young girls were in the bathroom, a place where they handle personal moments, and they know that a boy was in there. I say, whether it's my daughter or any young girl on the whole premise of that school, I'm calling about the representation of their safety and security. And I got so sad and mad in the moment because she didn't understand the point that I was calling for. So her view, her perspective, she started talking about, well, you know, there's policies. See, anytime I go talk on these here levels of leadership, administration, see, a lot of people, man, especially black folk, when they get in high places, man, I always ask them the question when we get ready to talk real shit. Is you at work or are you talking to me for who you are? and what you stand on. Because I need to know right now, if you talking to me from somebody who's at work, then you got a particular perspective that I know you ain't going to be real. Because can't nobody be real when they on their goddamn job. So I already know your attitude about the particular way you talking about my daughter in the bathroom with a boy. So if you talking from your job perspective, you ain't finna understand my goddamn point of view. Because my point of view is a father. And fuck your job. See how that work? So when you don't get the point, or when your point don't reach a certain level to see a perspective, a hero perspective, a zero perspective. You see how that work, man? I want to give a shout out to my brothers and my sisters. If you're watching me right now, it is real shit. Everybody been talking about the election and whatever. And I've been arguing like hell all day about the election, the debate. And one of the things I love about talking about this here shit, because it's all rooted in ignorance. And it gives me a free rein to be ignorant with no expectations. I look at it almost like a football game. We tie our emotions into this shit every Sunday for 17 to 18 weeks, and we get so invested in this shit. And at the end of the day, when the smoke settle and the dust clear, this here football shit don't mean a goddamn thing nowhere. Only for the entertainment purposes of us having camaraderie with each other. So I look at this presidential election and debate the very same way. Man, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Man, fuck Kamala Harris. You say, man, goddamn, you don't like Trump. I like the underdog. Man, I'm going for Trump. And the only reason I'm going for him, because I know we getting ready to get in some ignorant-ass arguments. And if you want an argument, then somebody got to be on the other side to run the ball so you can tackle. So, goddamn it, I'm finna run the ball. And if I get around some Trump supporters that's too heavy, I might switch jerseys and get on Carmelo's side and kick a Trump ass. It don't matter. This ain't nothing but a goddamn game. See, that's my perspective. That's my attitude and point of view. See how that work? So with my attitude and point of view, and see my point of view, it's my understanding or overstanding of politics and how this here thing work, how management work. See, I work in manufacturing. I got a plant manager, but my plant manager can't run the machines that produce the product that he's the representation of the leader. But when they ask him about production and all the process and things that goes into making this product, even though he don't know, he has to stand in representation to say what's ever necessary to make the point. So in the very same way, if you don't understand that process of management and leadership, then your point of view may be very low on the spectrum. So if we're arguing about management type shit, we're talking about two people on the podium that is supposed to be the supreme leadership of the strongest nation on planet Earth with the strongest military on planet Earth. I'm talking about of all mankind, the great and almighty America. I'm talking about men, and we looking at the supreme leaders of the world sit here on our television for entertainment purpose, looking like two goddamn fools telling goddamn lies. That's my point of view. And if your point of understanding can't see it, then you see it from the perspective of a child waiting on goddamn some motherfuckers to drop shit down in a nest like a baby bird getting fed by a baby mama bird. Is that your perspective? Is that your perspective? From kindergarten to 6th grade, from 6th grade to 9th grade, from 9th grade to 12th grade, they cultivate us through the school system to understand comprehension in what we read. The ability to take in literature and get the point of it all. They give us passages in worksheets to read the passage. Then at the end of the passage, we answer the questions. We get graded upon how much we understand what we have read. There's only a point that can come or be seen in the answer. Our reading comprehension skills and levels are at the lowest of all goddamn time. We don't understand the point of shit. So our point of view and our attitude and our perspective is that which of a goddamn child. So they talk to us like children. In their perspective of us. God Almighty. I feel this shit. I feel this, man. I feel this shit, man. It's my point of view. This is my attitude and how I see this shit. I got a very peculiar perspective. My perspective's so goddamn deep that to see it, I gotta take the motherfucking lenses out of my glasses and see goddamn the spiritual shit. Oh, I got a perspective. And I ain't saying mine is better than yours. I ain't saying mine is more intense than yours. I'm saying, do you understand your point of view? Or do you get the point of it all to even have a view? Because if you don't, then ain't no telling who goddamn perspective you seeing reality through. Like I tell Brother Jerome, I ain't got to tell him shit, he see it. I watch a motherfucking lie. I watch a motherfucking snake. I watch a motherfucker who don't give a damn. Be seen in the perspective and create a perspective to not be seen. But my attitude, the way I see things, the point in my understanding, the point in my development, the point in my maturity, knows that if you carry this hero shit like it's for real, then you got to know in every hero movie, there's a antagonist. There's somebody that got to be there to make the game good. When I was little, we used to play throw 'em up, monk 'em up. That means you throw up the ball. And when it hit the ground, somebody pick it up and run it. And if you pick up the ball, everybody around you gonna monk your ass up. So if you was real about being a ball runner, meaning I'm gonna take the chance of getting monked up to show that I can make it to the touchdown. And when we played growing up, if you made a touchdown, you didn't have to run the ball no more. So eventually the game would end when everybody make a touchdown, and there was only people out there on the side that hadn't made a touchdown. So now there's two people that got to throw the ball up to each other. But I was young and the youngest on the street. But I always knew, man, I'm ready to score my touchdown, so I ain't got to run no more. So I picked up the ball, and I took my chances of getting monked up. But taking my chances of knowing I'm going to get monked up is a price you got to pay when you run the ball. But the feeling of scoring a touchdown was greater than the price or idea of paying the price of getting monked up. So my divine spirit taught me I'm a ball runner. And the only way I can run this ball is I need somebody to try to tackle me. So in life, my perspective is when the antagonist, the hating motherfucker on the job, wherever I'm at, hey, somebody come and get ready to try to tackle me so I can run your ass over. Hey, somebody come and try to take a shot at me so I can run your motherfucking ass over. See how that work? So when you realize how it work in that way, and you know you a hero, you know you a ball runner, whatever seems to be negative or whoever seems to be negative, the only thing you know is they are necessary. That don't make them a bad person. That don't make them anything at all other than playing their part to make it work. Playing their part to make it work. So when someone becomes your opposition, when someone becomes my opposition, see, the point of my understanding creates and dictates my attitude and how I run a motherfucker over, then help him up, help him back up to go get back on the line so we can run another play on another day. That's a hero perspective. That's a hero's perspective. That's a point of view that I embody every day. The good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the sad. It's all necessary. Too much of anything is bad for the soul. We all love sunshine. Man, it's been beautiful. But if it's beautiful too long and the sun shines too long, too many days, then you become a drought. Man, you know the sun been shining for 3 months straight. Man, we in a drought. Oh, now you're out there dancing and praying for rain. Too much joy and how you wanting a little pain. Good God Almighty. I remember growing up one time, my daddy whooped me for goddamn near nothing. I said, what I do? Say, it's time for you to get a goddamn whooping. You ain't done shit in a long time. I don't want you to forget. Too much joy make you want a little pain. Too much sunshine will make you need a little rain. So when you get your pain and you get your rain, your perspective, your attitude, a way you see things, your point of view, embrace it. See, ain't nobody above the bullshit. Yeah, see, that's what the bullshit be. But the bullshit will make you better if you're real enough to deal with it. So when you get your bullshit, your pain, your rain, you deal with it accordingly. Turn it into fertilizer and to help you grow. Take positive and negative to create power. But if you don't understand how it works, or your point of comprehension, your point of getting the point of it all, you don't even know the goddamn point and what's life teaching you at this moment. You missed the whole goddamn point. So if you can't get the point to shit, then you can't view it to be real. And what's real about it? So you can't deal with it. And when you can't deal with the bullshit, the pain, and the rain, it starts stinking. You start stinking. And don't nobody want to be around or deal with shit that stink. So their perspective of you, their attitude of you begin to have a stank connotation. And don't nobody want to deal with you because you don't want to deal with your own shit. So your point of view is a reflection of that. You got a fucked up perspective. I mean, a fucked up perspective. That's what you see happening? God damn. You really fucked up, ain't you? You really fucked up. Huh? Say what? What? But on the flip side to that, on the flip side to that, you deal with that shit. And you let go. Like they say, you let go and you let God. You wake up every day running to play. In the context of football, sometimes we have third and long. That means on first and second, we lost yards. See how that works? But guess what? We got an opportunity. We got another play. And we going for it. But all we got. And it's first down, touchdown. Ain't nobody above the bullshit. But it'll make you better if you're real enough to deal with it. And you got to get to a level where you comprehend the point of some shit. Like I say, I'm going to go fight in every way, man, to protect my daughter right. And this ain't to shun the child. This for administration and those who are in position at work who got a job to protect my children. And everybody else's children who are submitted to this. I understand everything and the concept and the ways of the new world. And I'm a conservative for that fact. But we still hold a responsibility of the many. Just as much as we do the few. So if we got to come up with policies to accommodate and have a conversation, or you got to have a conversation for all purpose of due intentions to everybody, then let me be a part of that conversation on every level. If you don't want to keep it real because you can't be real while you at the job, I'll be real for you. Because I don't give a fuck about your job when it comes to the safety and well-being and dignity of my daughter and anybody else's daughter when I see fit to fight. And if you don't see it like that, then that's your perspective. That's your attitude about the point of view and how you view things. I have no problem with that. Don't you have no motherfucking problem with mine then. We might not be at the same point in life. See how that works. But I'm going to get out of here, man. Love y'all, man. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. All my hooks, man, are made to be sung in the mirror. All my hooks got a repetitive type of vibe and style to them that if you sang them, I want them to keep looping in your head. Hood Soul is really goddamn designed with this psychological tool and trick. Because if I could get you to keep repeating, I have grown to a better me, I'm better than who I used to be. If I could keep you getting that repeating while you're looking in the mirror, you'll keep on evaluating where you are to sharpen your perspective and heighten your point of understanding of who you really are. Kind of like I want to put a spell on you. To understand that any road will take you there if you don't know where the fuck you're going. But only a divine path will bring you to the moment where you can look in at that mirror and love every moment of what you see. I have grown into a better me. I'm better than who I used to be. I no longer let small things hinder me. I realize that I am my own worst enemy. So I move out my own way and let my inner men lead the way. Day by day to a better me. So I can stand in the mirror and see. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I love you, cuz Darryl Hill. Man, y'all look out for that new single he got coming, man. Finna drop hard, man, like an atomic bomb called In the Neck. Watch out, it's finna drop like the atomic bomb. I believe in you, cuz. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Eddie Gray. I love you, Junior. I believe in you. Fight your fight. Shout out to Brother Jerome. I honor you, respect you, and admire you for your inspiration, Jerome. Great givers make great getters. We all we got, we all we need. If I'm that one to tell you, man, I believe in you. I just hope I'm enough, because you're enough for me, brother. Want to give a shout out to my big brother Wood. Want to give a shout out to my brother Crump. Want to give a shout out to my big brother Winston. Want to give a shout out to my brother Blow. Want to give a shout out to my sister Eb. Want to give a shout out to my sister Sharon. Want to give a shout out to my brother Munt. Want to give a shout out to my mama and my daddy. Want to give a shout out to my nieces and my nephews. Want to give a shout out to my wife Keisha, my son King, and my daughter Journey. These all are parts, man, of my divine we. We all we got, we all we need. Define your we. to sharpen your perspective and understand who you are, what you see, and be precise with your point of view. I love y'all. Hold me down to the ground. See you next week. Good God Almighty. Yeah, I love this here, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what's real, man. I want to go, but I don't want to go. I might cut this off. This the after show. I ain't lying. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah, I might cut this off, but if not, if you still here, misunderstood. I just wanna make myself. Do you feel me? Or do you feel me? Hold me down.